Hello everyone. Because we already have loaded all spreadsheets to our database, now we can start manipulation with this database. But before that, let's keep a backup of this data. So backup database is going to be my shop, backup type full database. That's fine. That's fine. Let's put it 100 days. Okay, so we see that we successfully completed the backup of my shop database. So we can start now creating an OLTP database. Okay, now let's start transforming this database into an OLTP database. So let's start from tables normalization. Let's open this first table. We are going to transform tables into normal form. So what states first normal form? First normal form states that all columns should be atomic, meaning that we cannot split the columns into smaller parts. For example, category ID is atomic. There is ID. This is just simple record, and we cannot split this furtherly. Category name is atomic. Status is atomic. Second normal form states that all columns should depend on only primary key, meaning that there should not be partial dependency. So category name, here a category ID column will be primary key. Category name depends on category ID, and status depends on category ID too. Third normal form states that there should not be transitive dependencies, meaning that category name should depend on only primary key, not, let's say, status also. And status also here should depend on primary key, not category name as well. So this table is normal. Let's go to second table. Okay, here we see customer ID. This column, this is a primary key. Customer name. Here you see that we have two components. Let's say Skyline Builders, but this is an atomic because the entire name of customer is Skyline Builders. We cannot split this. Location. Location is non-atomic because here is address line, city, and country. So what we need to do, we need to split this into address line into three columns: address line, city, and country. Industry is atomic. Okay, let's now get started building this table. Actually, let's do this. Select customer ID, customer name. Now I am going to create another table with correct data, with splitted data, and replace the original table with new one. So for that, let's use left function. Let's do left. Let's mention column. Then now we're going to mention number of characters, but because we don't know, actually we know, but it's not fixed for all rows, the number of characters for address line first. We need to find and get the position of column. So we are going to use path index or char index function. Let's use for a char index. Let's find the place of column. Now this will return us the place of column, but we don't want to see column also, so let's do -1 and give an alias to this address line first. Okay, then let me write from customer. Okay, now we are going to extract city. Let's use substring method. So first parameter of substring is column, then second parameter is starting point. So starting point is the place, the position of column plus 1 space plus 1 to start from J, in this case for Jakarta. So that means that we need to use this to find the place of column and plus 2. Okay, so now we need to mention how many characters we want to take. But because in this case also it is not constant for the all rows, we can do the following. We can find the place of second column, then from that subtract the number of characters up to the first column, and thus we can get how many characters we want to pass. Okay, let's do this. Let's char index find column in location. So char index has 3 parameters, takes actually 3 parameters. Third one is by default 1. So if we don't mention starting point, it will take 1 by default. But in that case, we will not get the place of second column. We will get the place of first column. So for that, let's say that please find second column plus 1. This meaning that please search for from this position, and this position is Pine Lane column, and plus 1 is space. After space, please find the first column. Okay, so now we found the place of let me do this minus, we found the position of second column. Now let's subtract from this location and okay, let's see the result. Okay, let's see the result. Let's give an alias to this city char index. Okay, okay, so in this case we need to subtract also 2 because we have a column here, we have a column and we have a space. Because of that, that's fine, looks good. Then now we need to, let me again show our initial table. Now we need to extract country. For that, let's use write function. Write column is location. Okay. Now we can do the following. We can from the total length of location column, we can subtract the number of characters till second column. Okay, so the number of characters till second column is this. Okay, is this. Okay, and we also need to subtract 1 for space. -1 for space. Okay, as country. Let's see the result. Okay, this looks good. And also we need to take industry. Okay, now we have what we want. So we are going to create another table. Let's do this. Select this all into customers. This is a new table which is going to be created. Okay, so let me show the result. This customers table is almost in normal form, remains mentioning primary and foreign keys and creating relationships between tables. But we will do that later. Now we don't need to have the original table, so we can drop that. Let's do drop. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Let me comment this. Okay, now let's move to employee table. Let's see what we have. ID is a primary key. Name is not in normal form because this is no name column is not atomic. Address is not atomic. Years in company. This looks good. Notice day. Here we have a transitive dependency because notice day is based on years in company. This is generated data, and I exactly know that notice day in this case depends on only and only years in company. Taxpayer depends on address, depends on country. Okay, so in this case, let's now move to employee table. Let's do all things here. Okay, we are going to do this. Select ID. Okay, name. Actually, no. Name we need to split. Let's do this. ID. Left name char index. Okay, find, in this case we need to find colon in name. Okay, as name. Then we need to get Oh, sorry, not column. Here we need to mention a space. Okay, now we need to get extract also last name. So in this case we can do this substring, or might be we can use write also. Let's use substring name. Okay, now we need to find the place of as last name. Here we need to find the place of space, then +1, meaning that we don't include space, and many characters. We just this 100, we can, instead of 100, write something else. So from employee, let's see the result. Oh, sorry. Okay, then we need to get this column also split it. We need to do this. We can, actually we can use the same code which we used for customer table, because everything is the same. We can just copy this. We can just copy this, put it here, and we can do the following. At first we need to we don't need to change column names because it looks good. Yeah, address line first, city, country. So instead of location, we need to use address. Okay, address. Okay. And let's make sure that everything, yeah, colon space, yeah, in the same format. Everything is in the same format. Let's do this. Let's see the result. What's the problem? Location, address, and address. Okay, looks good. Fine. Okay, now let's continue. Years in company. Okay, we need also years in company. Years in company. That's fine. And then notice day. Notice day should not be in employee column, employee table. I'm sorry, because notice day has a transitive dependency. So we need to delete this, drop this column from here. Taxpayer column also we need to drop. But before that, we need to keep this information. Okay, we cannot take and just drop that. So we can do this. We can let's do into employees. Let's create another table. Fine, we have another table. Let me comment this. From employee table. That's fine. Okay. Now we need to decide how or what to do with notice day and taxpayer. So I know that notice day depends on years in company column. So in this case, let's create another table where years in company will be a primary key, and there will be also another column, notice day. Let's do that. So we can do this. Select years in company, actually distinct years in company from employee, and we can join this table, join employee as E1. Here let's write E, join employee as E1 on E dot years in company is equal to E1 dot years in company. Okay, let's write here E dot years in company. So in this case we will get all distinct, sorry, here we need mention also one dot notice day. Okay, in this case we will get all possible all records, distinct records from years in company, and notice days, their notice days accordingly. So let's create a table on this. Into notice period. Okay, that's fine. Creating, or we can write derived table from employee for notice period. Okay, so in this, and now we don't need any more we don't need any more the column notice day. We can do this, alter table employee, drop column notice day. Okay, what's the problem? Oh, sorry, here we have, okay, that's not good. That's not good, that we don't have underscore. In this case it doesn't matter because we are going to delete this column, but in any case it's not a good habit. So let's comment this. Let's say dropping additional column after when new table with the data is created. Okay, that's fine. Then we need to understand what to do with another column. And this column is taxpayer column. So taxpayer column depends on country, meaning that if country is USA, taxpayer value is local. For other cases is foreign. So for this, let's use another approach. Let's create a table, another table, to keep information about taxpayers. So let's name this tax info, and here we need to have two columns: country, which is primary key, and also taxpayer column. Taxpayer. Okay. Fine. And in this case, let's use a trigger. Okay, let's use a trigger because we can automate that process. Meaning that if we insert a new country, a new address, in that case, automatically taxpayer column in this new table will take the value based on what we mentioned in trigger. Okay, so we can automate this process. Let's create a trigger. Create trigger. Let's name that auto tax. Let's say on tax info table. After insert as begin, and now we want to update a value, okay, which is inserted. So we update, actually in this case will not be inserted anything, the value will be null. So we say update that null value, set tax payer is equal to case when tax info dot country is equal to USA, then local, okay, else in other cases foreign. Okay, this fine. And okay, now we have a trigger created. So now we have a table, an empty table. Let me show that. From tax info, we have an empty table. Now we need to fill, to populate this table with the values. What we have, but values are in other table, employees. We need to populate tax info table with these values, country values. Okay, so in that case, let's do this. From tax actually no, let's do this. Let's do insert into tax info country. Okay, we fill only country column, and the other column, tax payer, or yeah, taxpayer column will be populated automatically. So in this case, let's do select distinct country from employees. Okay, Fine. Now let's see what we have in employees table. Oh, sorry, in tax info table. Okay, we see that all values are populated automatically. Okay, now we have information about taxpayer, we have information about notice period, and we don't need to have employee original table. Okay, so we can drop table employee. We don't need to have that anymore. That's fine. Let me comment this. I'll dropping additional table. Here we can do creating table for tax information, creating a trigger to populate tax column. Okay. Here we can write inserting data into tax info table. Okay, here we can write we don't need to have employee table anymore. Okay, now let's move to other tables. Let's move to marketing expenses table. Here month year key is going to be primary key. Year depends on month year key. Month depends on month year key. Marketing expense. This is expense. This column marketing. Let's we can rename columns, make those lowercase. Let's write a comment. Or no. Editing marketing expenses table. Let's at first do this. Rename so marketing expenses dot year just year in lowercase. Okay, then let's do that for other columns also. Fine. So in this table we don't need to do anything because it's already in normal form. We will just set this column as primary key, and that's all. Now let's move to product table. Now in this table we see product ID. This is going to be primary key, product name, selling price, cost category, supplier location. Look, here we have a transitive dependency. Supplier location depends on supplier column. It also not atomic. We need to split this into supplier city and supplier country. Contact salesperson is not atomic also. Here we have name and surname. Salesman phone depends on contact salesperson. So let's create a table supplier table where we will keep information about supplier name and supplier location, and let's create another table where we will keep salesman phone number. Okay, now let's do this. Create table. Actually, let's do create table supplier, but let's do ID, supplier ID. Let's have another column, supplier ID, and we will replace data varchar type data into ID, and this table will be less in size. Okay, so supplier ID is going to be integer. Let's do this identity one from one primary. This is going to be primary key. Then we need to have supplier name column, supplier name. This is going to be varchar 100 as we said earlier. Then supplier CT, this is going to be again varchar, but let's put 40. Then supplier country, this is going to be varchar again 40. Okay, and that's all. Fine. Now let's do this. Let's populate this table. Insert into supplier, supplier name, then supplier CT, then supplier country. Select distinct supplier. Okay, then we need to split supplier location into city and country. Left supplier location, supplier location. Then we need to find a place of, let's find a position of comma in supplier location. Okay, let's name this, actually minus, let's do -1, yeah, that's correct, as supplier city. Then we need to do substring supplier location. Now we need to mention starting position. Okay, so starting position is this char index. This is the position of comma. Okay, then let's write +1 because we want to start after comma, but here the problem is the following, that okay, let's keep +1. Then for some columns we will have a space in the first place, then we can do a trim. Okay, let's do this +1, then we need to mention how many characters we want to take. Supplier location minus char index, find the place of comma in supplier location. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's give an alias as supplier country. That's fine. ID is going to be automatically populated. Supplier name. Okay, supplier city, supplier country. From product table. Oh, sorry, we don't need to have a. Okay, now let's see the result. Select from supplier. Okay, that's fine. Now for this we can do the for these rows where we have a space in first position. Let's do this. Update supplier, set supplier country, trim supplier country. Okay. Now this looks good. Let's comment this. Creating supplier table. Let's do this. Supplier. Actually, tables we should mention in double quotes. Okay, then populating the supplier table, then removing spaces from first position. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Now we are going to create another table to keep salesperson information in that, data in that. Create table salesperson. We're going to have salesperson ID. This is integer identity. This is primary key. Then we are going to have in that company name. We can write. We can have their company name, the supplier column. Those we could connect supplier table with new created salesperson table. Maybe we want to see who are salespersons in particular company. Okay, so let's have here salesperson company. This is the same supplier column. This is going to be varchar 100. Okay, then we are going to have here sales person name varchar 40, then sales person surname varchar again 40. Okay, that's fine. Now let's create this. Okay, now we are going to populate this table. Insert into salesperson ID will be incremented automatically. Salesperson company, salesperson name. Oh, we forgot mobile phone. Okay, let me do this. Alter table salesperson, yeah, add, we can write salesperson phone, yeah, that's fine. This is going to be varchar 40. Okay, now we need to put here name, surname, okay, and salesperson phone. Okay, so insert into this table, select distinct. Let me open this product table, columns. So select distinct. Salesperson company is the same supplier. Let me write here from product. So supplier, then salesperson name. We are going to get this from contact salesperson. So we need to use a function here. Let me this find char index the place of space. Okay, and we need do -1 and name this as salesperson name. That's fine. Then we need to get also surname. Let's use substring function here. So for substring we are going to mention again contact salesperson. Then we are going to mention starting point. Starting point is this +1. Then we are going to mention the number of characters to be passed. Contact salesperson, this is the total length, minus, okay, minus, let's do char index again, or we can just copy that. We have that written, char index, this till here. Okay, as salesperson surname. Okay, salesperson phone number. So salesman phone. Okay, that's fine. Let's look at the result. Sales person. Okay, we have IDs, we have company name. For example, look for this company, Vogueverse Apparel. This company has two different salespersons. Look, and their phone numbers also different. So we have now all the information what we need. Now let me comment this all, removing spaces. So now we have new three tables. New two tables. Now let's go to open here. Let's run this. Okay, now we're going to replace supplier and supplier location with supplier ID, and contact salesperson and salesman phone with salesperson ID. Select okay, product ID till category. Select this all. Then we need also to have here, we don't want supplier. Let me do this actually, from product. Okay, then left join. We're going to join. Let me reload this. We're going to join supplier table. Left join supplier on. Okay, on. Let me open this table also. Supplier name is equal to supplier name. Okay, left join supplier S on S dot supplier name is equal to let's name this P dot supplier. Okay, then we are going to join salesperson table. Left join sales person table as SP on P dot supplier name is equal to concatenate is equal to concatenate this dot salesperson dot salesperson name okay, then this, then salesperson's surname sp dot salesperson surname and P dot salesman phone is equal to sp dot salesperson phone. Then we need to have here also category. We need to let me open this table. Category, we want to have ID, supplier ID. We want to have supplier ID. So supplier s dot supplier ID. Okay, we want to have also just sp dot salesperson ID. Okay, that's fine. Let me run this to see what we have. So salesperson ID, what's the problem here? Salesperson name. Oh, not a product name. No, I'm sorry, not a product name. I'm sorry. Contact sales person, p dot contact sales person is equal to, okay, let me run this. Fine, now we have all the information what we need. Let me do this. Select this all into, let me create a new into products table. That's fine. Now we can do the following: drop table product. Okay. Let me comment this. Now let's move to sales table. Let's at first close all these tables, tabs. Let's open the sales table and see what we have. Transaction ID is going to be primary key, transaction date, payment card, month, year, key, employee name, employee address. Okay, we don't need these two columns. Let's replace those with employee ID. Okay, we can write this. Select. Okay, so we need transaction ID, transaction date, month, year, key till here. Select this all. Okay, let me keep a space here from sales as S. Okay, then left join, we're going to join employees table, employees as E on E dot, no, actually on S dot employee name is equal to, no, actually, you know what, we can just join by employee address, because every employee has a unique address. So let's do this. S dot employee address is equal to concat E dot let's open employees table, E dot address line first. Let's move this here, then comma, then a space, then e.ct, then a space, comma, then a space, then e.country. Okay, as no, that's fine. Select this all from here. Let's see the result. Oh, sorry, we forgot to write here e.id. Looks good. Looks good. That's fine. So we replaced this with employee ID. Let's see what we can do else. Customer email. Let's replace customer email, customer address with customer ID. So here we need to do again left join customers table as C on. Let's open customers table. Customer name, address line, city, country, and industry. Oh, good. So we can replace industry also. Okay, so let's move this. Oh, sorry. Let's move this all into here. Okay, customer C on. Now let's understand how we can actually do this by address. We can replace this by address again. C on. So sales dot customer address is equal to concat. We are going to concatenate C dot address line first. Okay, then we need to write here comma, then space, then C dot city, then after city comma, and again space, comma, and again space, and C dot country. Okay, let's run this. No, we forgot again. We forgot to write C dot customer ID. That's fine. We have customer IDs. Now let's actually close these two tables, employees table because we don't need this anymore, and customers table because we don't need this anymore. Okay, so we replaced customer email, customer address, industry. Now product name, product category, product cost, product price. Okay, let's replace these columns. Let's open up product. I need to refresh this table. Let's open up products table. Okay, now we have product ID, product name, selling price, cost, category. Okay, so we are going to replace product name, product category, product cost, product price. We can do this by product name and product category. Okay, so let's do this. Then left join products on sp on p dot product name is equal to s dot, where is product name and p dot category. I want to find category, okay, is equal to s dot product category. Now we need to write here p dot product ID. Let's run this and check the result. Product ID, that's fine. Okay, now let's again go to let's close product table. Let's go to again sales, quantity, amount and fraud. Okay, that's fine. So we have everything in here. Let's write here let's go to this table, amount and fraud. Copy this, paste it here. Okay, now we have the new table with everything here replaced. Tax information, month, year, key. Oh, here we have an ID. It's not clear what is this ID, so we need to write here it is sales sales representative. Okay, month, year, key, sales representative, customer ID, product ID, amount, fraud. That's fine. Okay. No, but where is quantity? We forgot about quantity. Yeah. Okay. That was a mistake. And now we have all information. Let's check one more time. So this is transaction ID, fine, transaction date, payment card. Let's check till this sorry, these 3 columns. This is original sales table. Transaction ID, transaction date, payment card, okay, month year key. Now this is information about sales representative, employee name and employee address. We have sales representative, we can just representative ID, we can write this. Then goes information about customer name, email, customer address, industry. This 4 covers customer ID. Okay, then we have information about product name, product category, product cost, product price. This is product ID, covered by product ID. Okay, then we have quantity. Oh, okay, quantity is going to be after product ID. Let's run again. Product ID, okay. Product price, quantity. We have quantity, amount, and fraud. That's fine. Nice. Okay, so let's do this into, let's rename this sales data. Okay, let's run this. That's fine. Now let's check. Select everything from sales data. We have everything populated, so we don't need anymore the original sales table. Let's comment this and let's drop now the table. Let's write we don't need original sales table anymore. Okay, that's fine. Drop table sales